Y'all, I took Maria Emmerich's biscuit recipe, and it's Charles Parks from TikTok's chicken soup recipe, and we made our own cheesy carnivore cheesy chicken biscuit bake. Y'all got to stick around to see this. I am so excited. Links to their original video, it's in the description of this video. You got to see their original video, and then you can see how I did it. Doesn't that look so good? I'm so excited! I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022. Right now I'm doing an experiment with being carnivore-ish and counting calories. If you want to see the results, stick around and subscribe, and we can see how it goes. Don't forget to click the like button. All right, to get this started, I have one of my crock pot liners. I love my crock pot liners because that's less scrubbing of the crock pot. And then I have a family pack of chicken right here, and I couldn't even tell you when it's from. Let's see. I think it's fun going back and seeing June of 2024. Hey, that's not too bad. So we're going to stick this and fill this crock pot, and I'm going to put a little seasoning between each layer. So I'll show you whenever I get the first layer down. Okay. I don't know, so I've done it both ways. Sometimes I leave the chicken in a ball. Sometimes I open it up a little bit. Since this is a bigger crock pot, I can open it up. I set this chicken out last night at, it's before I went to bed, I think about 9 o'clock. Hang on, I'm trying to open up this seasoning. So I'm going to get, looks like I'll be able to fit 2 layers in there. So I've got my chicken down in there, and then I'm just going to sprinkle some of this seasoning onto my chicken. Give it a little massage so it gets all over it. I don't want it to be super strong in flavor because, you know, there's going to be other flavors in here. But y'all know me, I can't half taste things because of the vid like 4 years ago. I still can't taste things. So, you know, I got to season things up around here. Got to season things up. Alright, and then put my seasoning on it. So that's how I do my chicken. And I'm going to get a little water. Give me just a second after I massage these in. Okay, so that's how it's looking. I have this water bottle sitting over here. It's sink water. I already screwed the lid off and refilled the sink water. I don't care about like sink water versus whatever. I don't know. Let's see. It was up to there. So maybe a half cup of water is how much I put in. Just a little bit because chicken sure makes a lot of its own broth. So I'm going to put it on low because I don't need this in a hurry. So I'm just going to put it on low, and it is 6:30. It'll probably take about 4 hours. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it might be closer to 11 because I have an appointment with one of my dogs. So anyway, I'll get it out when I get it out. So, but let's see, make sure it's on low. Okay. Yeah, so it'll probably be closer to around 11 by the time I get back to messing with it. I do not remember what time I told y'all I was starting, but I can tell you right now, it's 11:20, or doggone it, it's 10:26. So 10:30. So let's kind of just poke and see how the chicken's doing. You have to be careful whenever you stir this around because I've had the broth splash up and get on my clothes. But that's why you're supposed to wear an apron. But I never remember to wear an apron. But, you know. But it looks like it's done. This is chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I want it to cool, I think. And I need to separate the broth from the chicken. I'm going to use a little of this chicken for something else. So what I need to do is put it out into something else because I'm supposed to use 3 cups of chicken. And so I'm going to have to divide the chicken and the broth. So give me a couple minutes. Y'all know how to divide chicken and broth. I don't have to show you that part. So I've measured out 3 cups of chicken, but when I'm doing a recipe, I like to put it all in by weight because I want to make this, you know, I need to plug this into my tracker app and make it into a recipe. So to start off with, I'm going to set this bowl, because I need this one for a minute. I'm going to set this bowl right here. I'm going to zero it out, and I'm going to grab a pen. And on the recipe, I like a blank one so then I can write amounts. So 3 cups of chicken. Let's see how much that weighs. 3 cups of chicken is 445 grams. When I have recipes, I usually make 2 copies because one I scribble on, and then the other one, you know, I have it nice and neat, and then I can do whatever I need. Oh, you can't see that. Well, anyway, it's right there. But anyway, so, all right. So we know it's 445 grams of chicken, even though it says 3 cups. So that gives me a number that I'll be able to plug into my tracker app. The other thing it requires is 3 cups of broth. So I'm just going to go on and zero this out while it's empty. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pour whatever broth is in here into here. Strain it out, and I'll get back with you in just a second. So we got 2 cups of broth, but this is like chicken broth straight from cooking it. So I'm going to add another cup of just water just to kind of add to it, because we're going to use this. So we're just going to add just another cup of water, so it's an even 3 cups. Okay, so it's at the 3 cups line. So in reality, this is 732 grams. 732 grams. And it said we're also going to end up adding a cup of water. Let me just kind of take a minute. Chicken, broth, and water. So I might as well add an extra cup of water to this, and then we'll be good. I want you all to go to the description of my video. This recipe is taken from 2 different sources. One source for the actual chicken part, like for the chicken soup part, and the cheesy part, and then the other portion was taken from for the top carnivore biscuit top. So please go to the description of this video, because I want to, you know, honor and respect the 2 people that I got this recipe and I put it together with. So I am not the one who came up with the 2 separate recipes. I'm just putting the 2 recipes into one. So please go to the description of my video, and you'll be able to see what we're supposed to do. And go see what they say, you know, from their perspective, because again, this is just my interpretation of their stuff. So I do have to take, for the topping, I have to take 4 tablespoons of butter, and then cut it into small pieces. And then what Maria had said was that it needs to be really, really cold whenever it gets worked into the topping. So I'm going to start off right now before I go any further, and I'm going to get this cut up, and then I will go on with the rest of it. It just says small pieces, so I'm going to do like little cubes. And again, go to their channels and see how they did it officially. So now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator so it stays cold by the time we're ready to use it. It'll be good. It won't be melted at all. Come on, fella, break apart. Come on. All right, I'm going to put these in the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Okay, so the next step, it says, in a saucepan, add chicken and broth. Well, let's go chicken. So we add our chicken. We're going to add our broth and water. So that's 3 cups. I might turn it on. 3 cups of broth and 1 cup of water. And this is just the broth that came off our chicken. And add 1 packet of ranch seasoning. Well, I don't have a packet. I've got the powder. So I'm just going to put, I don't know, we'll put that much. because y'all know chicken is blander than all get out. So we'll put that much in there. We can add more stuff later or if we need it. So, all right. So then our ranch. So now it says simmer on medium heat. And once it's simmering, we're going to add shredded cheese, bacon bits, and cream cheese. So I'm going to put this on medium. I'm just going to let it simmer right now, and I'll come back. Shredded cheese. It's 2 cups of shredded cheese. For my shredded cheese, I've got this fat-free mild cheddar. I went with this because I count calories. And the fat-free has less calories. Something I recently have learned is that when you use cheese that's fat-free, you're supposed to rinse it off. So I'm going to rinse this off in a colander so that way whenever I add it, it'll be ready to go. There's something about listen, I know this ain't perfectly clean. You use what you want to use. I'm counting calories. So, but I know there's like something that's on it and that kind of prevents it from melting. So like I said, I'm going to rinse that. And then we use a small packet of bacon pieces. I'll have to Google and see how much that is, but we'll weigh the bacon pieces before we put them in. And then 8 ounces of cream cheese. And again, I got the third less fat because it has fewer calories. So, all right. Well, I'll see you when this starts to simmer. Okay, now that it's simmering, let's go ahead and add in our cream cheese. Whoop. Just don't splash it out on you like I just did. Oh, man, I got on my sunglasses. Oh, well, at least I'll smell good next week. All right. So, that is 8 ounces of the Philadelphia 1/3 fat cream cheese. This is 144 grams, 4 ounces of, I buy the real bacon pieces because your girl ain't taking the time to make bacon. You can make up bacon, but this is what I use. And I used 4 ounces of bacon. And then the last thing at this stage, now I've got my rinsed fat-free cheddar cheese. So I rinse it off. And in theory, it's supposed to help it melt. I've been watching a lot of TikToks about it, so we'll see if that's true or not. So now we just let it simmer until all that stuff has melted, till the cheese melts and the cream cheese melts. And so this is going to take a little bit. But in the meantime, we need to go to the other side on my cabinet, and we need to make the topping. Hey, also we need to preheat the oven to 400. Right? Hang on. Double check. Yeah, 400. So get your oven preheated because it has to be all the way to 400 according to Maria Emmerich for the topping to get hard and like we want it. So preheat your oven right now to 400 degrees. Okay, so I was going to show you, if I was serving this to people, I would put the soup in the bottom and then make the topping and just put right over the top. And that would be so cute. I got these at the thrift store. Kicker is, I'll never cook for other people. And this is a meal prep. So we're not going to be using these cute little bowls. But it would be cute to use. So I was thinking I wanted a little flavor to the top biscuit. This is rosemary, garlic, or roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt. And I'm using that. You know, as I was standing here thinking, I was thinking of like a, what do you call those biscuits, those garlic butter biscuits or cheddar biscuits that you get from, what's that place? Not Texas Roadhouse. That one, I can't remember. Anyway, Red Lobster. All right. So now you take your egg whites and this mixture and you fold it together. They say you fold it gently. Well, you know me. I'm like a bull in a china shop. So I'm going to try my best to do it gently. Fold it gently, Terry. Fold it gently. I might not have this like stiffed up enough. But, you know, fold it gently. I think I'm stirring it. I think I'm softening it up more than what I'm supposed to, guys. I think I'm going to run that little whippy thing again. I might mess it up, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I feel like feel like it's getting soupy. Is it supposed to get soupy? I don't know. I don't know, you people. I don't know. But I gotta add the butter in next. So, come on, baby. Don't ruin for mama. Don't ruin for mama. All right, I'm gonna try it. It might make it worse, but you know. No, I don't think it made it worse, but anyway, all right, good enough. Stop it, Terry. Now I'm supposed to also fold in the butter. So this was the 4 tablespoons of butter. I went back and cut them into smaller pieces. And we are supposed to gently fold those in too. Now, I'm going to set this right here back in the refrigerator. This does not look like Maria Emmerich. But listen, y'all, go back and watch her video because I am not getting it. I am not doing it justice. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and then we'll be right back and we'll top off. We'll get it going. Well, I sure hope to tell you. I hope Maria Emmerich never sees this video. She's going to be like, girl, what? What have you done to my recipe? Oh, well, you know. So, all right. So now this is all melted and gooey and just right. I'm going to put it in this container. Let me put that back there. I'm going to pour it in here and see how she does. Don't splash me. Don't. Oh, well. Alrighty. This might be not big enough. I was trying to figure out what size I would use, but it's all right. It'll work. It'll work. But I do want to set it on some kind of something because I don't want it to bubble out. So hang on. Okay, so I got our little biscuit mixture, and I'm just going to kind of drizzle it along the top of it. I'm just going to see how it works. It might, I may have had to cook it like on a separate pan, you know, like on a, and then cut out that shape, or made a bunch of individual biscuits. But you know what? We're going to find out together. If this is a hot mess, don't make it. But if it's a good mess, make it. But we never know unless we try something. And if I'm going to try something, I want to take y'all along for the ride. Because, you know, that's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing something. Okay, so she says, hang on, let me look over here. Ladle soup into a bowl. Leave room at the top for biscuit. Set bowls on the baking dish. Bake at 400 for 12 to 15 minutes. Don't put it until oven is 400 degrees. So at the end, we brush butter over the top if there even is a crust. So we're going to find out. Okay, so 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer for 12 and I'll be back then. So while it's in there for 12 minutes, what I like to do is go on and plug all this in to a recipe on my tracker app. And then what that'll do is that's going to tell me how many servings that this needs to make. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that plugged in. It's been 12 minutes, so let's take a look at it. You guys, look at the biscuits. The biscuit top. It did good. I want to do it a little bit longer. But look at that, you guys. I'm so excited. You guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what'd she say, 12 to what minutes? Hang on. 12 to 15. All right, so let's do 3 more minutes. And there'll be a total of 15 minutes. Oh, my goodness, I'm so excited. This may taste nasty, but it looks pretty cool. I'm excited, guys. Okay, you guys. It's been 15 minutes. It's definitely bubbling. And that's a solid top. Bada boom, bada bang. I am so stinking excited. All right, I've got to let this cool because it is bubbling and I cannot take a bite. I did break it down to 5 servings. It goes by weight, which is fine. But the problem is sometimes some of the weight evaporates while it cooks because it's going by the weight of the actual amount of food I put in there. It doesn't take into account that, you know, the broth and water reduces a little bit. So anyway, but I'll break it all down to you in a little while. I'm going to let this sit for about 15 minutes and then we'll come back and maybe then we can serve it up. So my suggestion for next time, future Terry, maybe go ahead and use the lid of whatever dish you're using to make the topping and then do it separate. There's not, sorry, Lou's excited. There sees somebody. There's not it turned out fine, okay? It's crispy. Not crispy. It's just like a biscuit. But y'all hang on. Let me go get him quiet, silly boy. Okay, sorry about that. There was something out there. So yeah, if I do this again, or when I do it again, I hope I remember to bake the toppings separate. So I did pull it off, and I tried to get it in about 5 even-ish pieces. So now I'm going to lay a piece on top of it. Since I meal prep, that's why it's important. For those of you who just make stuff for your family, then you can leave it on there and it's not a big deal. But like I said, I'm doing this for meal prep, so I want them all to be as close to the same as possible. So that's the biscuity stuff right there. Hang on now. Let me put this one, we'll put it on this one. And I went ahead and put me one in a cute little bowl. Let me just show you what you could do. So you could do one of two ways. You could either put it in the serving bowls and bake it, or you could, like I said, bake it separate and then just lay it, after it's all cooked, lay that on top. So now we're laying our carnivore crust on top of our cheesy chicken bake. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put these away and clean things up, and we'll come back and taste it because it's still just a wee bit too hot to taste. So hold on, hold them horses, y'all. Hold on. While I'm getting these labeled and put away, I have recently found out how important it is to label your stuff as good as possible for your meal prep day self, because dadgummit, if you don't label it, you're not going to know what you're eating, or you might not even know how much you're eating. So my goal is to get better at that, because meal prep day Terry has been slacking, and so eating day Terry has been kind of mad. So now I'm going to pop, I'll probably pop 3 in the freezer and 1 in the fridge to eat another day. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is kind of give it a try in 2 different bites. So the first bite is just the bottom, and it's just like the soupy part. You know, anything with bacon and cheese and cream cheese and chicken is going to be good. Now, I guess I'm doing it in 3 different bites, because now I just want to try the biscuity. That's the biscuit part. It's got a little juice on it, but that's good. I really, really think that it would be better if I did it separate. Now we're going to take a bite of them both together, because it's spongy, or it's soft because, you know, well, A, I kind of messed it up in the beginning, but B, because you know, it was soaking in the soup while it was baking, but it is so good. And I wanted to put it in this because it's cute. So, you guys, I'm telling you, go watch how Maria does it so you can see how to do the top part correctly. And then go to watch how It's Charles Park on TikTok. Again, I'll have the links to their videos in the description of my video. But you gotta go check them out. I'm so excited. This is gonna be my lunch. Okay, bye. Y'all, I was done so excited to leave you all alone so I could eat that I forgot to tell you the macros. So I made it into 5 servings, and each serving was 633 calories, 63 protein, 11 total carbs, and 37 fat. So that's with 5 servings. So you can plug it in, make it your way to it. Dude, if you eat vegetables, put some peas and carrots in that. Lord child, it'll be just like a pot. Chicken pot pie. Shut your face. Editing Terry, put that down as a future dealie. A chicken pot pie. Now it ain't gonna be carnivore, but this is just like this would be a carnivore chicken pot pie. I know the topping isn't exactly, but you just let me have this moment and just peddle your own papers. Anyway, so when you plug it into whatever app you're going to use, you can plug in how many servings you want it to be. So if 633 calories and 11 carbs is, let's just say, too much, you could make it into 10 and you can cut all my stuff in half. Or if you wanted more than that, you could make 4. I tried 4, but it was going to be 790 calories. And I'm like, yeah, my burgers and stuff is usually about 600. No. It's like, my lunch is usually like 740 calories, I think. Yeah, like 740 for the burgers. So I was like, I didn't want to go to 790. So anyway, all right, I'm shutting up. I love y'all, but I don't want to talk to y'all no more. I want to eat.